Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, Black woman hits black male with bowling ball. No sisterhood, etc. Outrage, the hypocrisy. Again, today's topic is Black woman hits black male with bowling ball. No sisterhood, etc. Outrage, the hypocrisy. Oh, let me add this. An American black woman hits an American black male, basically violently with a bowling ball on the side of his head. See, supremacist is the most brilliant mental manipulation force that has ever existed within this country. And they're around various parts of the globe, but right now I'm just talking about within the country. They are the most awesome mental manipulation force that's ever existed. I wanted to just specifically do kind of a quick show enough about this topic because there was also uh, a situation that's been going around various parts of the internet as of right now. And like anything else, supremacists utilize this. They feel like it, or somewhere within the feminist doctrine, if they can utilize it, they'll do that. Or the sisterhood, with their destroyer, anti-black mentality, they certainly will use various types of things to continues to produce uh, emotionary responses and anti-blackmail rhetoric. Not talking about the sellout blackmails and sellout gullible ones. But I make this point relating to this video I'm about to show you on this because it's been going around at this particular moment that there was a woman and various types of personnel will relate a woman, and then some people will say a black woman. And I continuously noticed this, which wasn't even logical, that you still have people to fail to to relate over to make sure they relate over that there was a this woman who was not an American black woman or FBA. Well, the ones who relay that over that they are FBA type people, but this woman was a African woman from Somalia, right? And then she would complain. She had made it, on the internet. She complained about how she had got, popped on top side of the head by someone who hit her with a brick. And the thing about it, the scenario goes is that, I'm gonna show that video because again, this is a timepiece purpose on that. Uh, and so she would put on there, and I just showed the video a little bit on that. But I make this point because this stuff ties into it on that because she wanted to relay over that, well, black males didn't help her out, right? And then you had the sisterhood that jumped to her defense. The American Black Sisterhood jumped to her defense even when this particular non-FBA Somalian person that experienced whoever the guy was, which is non-American black, by the way. So be it he was a person from Africa or be it a person from Haitian, Haiti, because some people are saying maybe from Africa, maybe from Haiti. However, not getting all that. The point is he was an American black male and she wasn't an American black woman. But the sisterhood within America overall, talking about the ones who jumped to her defense when she was talking about how black males did not sit there and jump in to help her against the attack by some black males, or excuse me, that she didn't, that there's no black males that didn't help her out when she had got popped on the side of the head by a brick, by someone who hit her with a brick. But the thing about it, it wasn't a black male. American black male did that, right? So this fool is made it seem like that American black males were just around her, and when this guy picked up this brick and hit on the side of the head, that no American black males didn't want there to help her out. She's a piece of shit. Because first of all, there are some other black skinned people around that had the accent of non-American blacks, right? But I don't want to go into all that. So, because I want to get into the video. So let me just go ahead and show this video because this is going to tie into it. Because numbers of American black women, some of the ones that apply to the sisterhood, was all over this and still are at this particular time of sitting there saying, oh, she didn't deserve to get hit with a brick, even though, again, there's no video showing anywhere from someone uh, putting this video out showing an American black male doing this to her. But she said herself, oh, black males basically weren't there to help her out. And you had black women, right, that wouldn't use any kind of logic to the ones that applies to, that jump to this non-FBA uh, 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 delusionary type woman, black woman, black skinned woman, right? I'm saying what other people looked at this video and said this woman's delusionary, right? That jumped to her defense, this non-FBA woman who also insulted black women. For the same time, numbers of American black women have been sitting there getting on to my black males, right? Because they didn't say this non FBA dark black skinned woman who can care less about black women, American black women, right? So let me just sit there and show you the video because I don't make this video long, but it was just so ridiculous that just happened on that. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and play this video. And the outright quietness by the sisterhood on this video I'm about to show you. Give me 1 second here. One moment here. Let me play it. Here we go. Mm, mm, mm. Let me just rewind this back. This American black woman is in this black male's face, American black male's face, at some bowling alley. They get into an argument. She's buffing up like she's some kind of man. She puts hands on him first, as you saw that. She assaulted this American black male. She assaulted this American black male with a heavy bowling ball. Look how she's in his face. And you saw not him, but her. This black woman put hands on this black male's, American black man's face first. You see that? Oh, pushed right in the face. And then she automatically went right into hitting him with this heavy bowling ball. That is a violent assault by this violent type of American black woman in this picture. And then when she goes say, oh, hey, big thing. She goes bowling for the next frame, and you see she just steps right back over him like it's nothing. That is a very disturbed black woman, American black woman. That could almost be construed as some type of internal hatred of a black male. Well, some people will say, wait a minute now. Well, how can you say that? Because if a American black woman and she goes out with an American black man, well, well, how can she sit there and be anti against the black male? Because that makes no sense. Because if American black woman, hated black male so bad, that means that she wouldn't really go out with him. And also, why you talking about American black woman? It's not all. I'm not playing that game. Go to hell with that game. Because again, this is what this is what numbers of American black women, the ones this applies to, this is what numbers of personnel within the predominant culture likes to see an American black male looks like. This is what some sellout numbers of American black males and gullible black males don't understand. This is how society overall looks at American black males, right? This is how they look at American black males: docile, weak looking, buffoonish, non-threatening. As if we're talking about violence, non-threatening mean that, hey, you don't have to worry about them knowing who they are or studying history or studying culture. Don't worry about that. Or the ones that do, some of them do study culture, but some of them still sellouts, right? It's a wild, paradoxically confused state of mind that some gullible and some sellout black males, American black males, mind is on. But let's play this a couple more times so we can move right on because I wanted to play this several times, right? Because see, the sisterhood got mad at the non FBA. Look at that. Mm, mm, mm. She put them hands. This American black woman, this violent American black woman, put those hands on this American black male. She's in his face, like when she's manning up on him. She assaults him first and then hits him with a heavy bowling ball. He's knocked out cold. He could have been dead. Concussion. And what did she do? Continue what she was doing. And there was some sorry piece of crap, right? External skin black male in the background saying, using the N word. And then there was American blacks get mad when somebody else uses the N word, right? And then, it's like how many other, American black women were around? Because you hear some voice in the background too. That sound like, maybe, an American black woman or American black women, and however other American black males around. And you didn't see no one step in. You didn't see not one person step in. Where's the sisterhood at? Where's the sisterhood at right now? Because I play this, as you see that the American black violent woman, she steps right on this guy, the black man that she hits first, and then hits him with a bowling ball, heavy bowling ball. Did he deserve to be hit by a heavy by a heavy uh, bowling ball to the side of his head? Right? She wasn't being threatened. There wasn't no self defense situation that she was trying to defend herself. She was manning up in his face, right? After some little insignificant argument they were having, you did not want to see him putting his hands on her first. You didn't see him putting his hands on her neck, popping aside. You didn't pop aside the head. No, you didn't see none of that. She's in this face like I ain't gonna sit there and back down. And this is some numbers of American black women. They do have a problem with this. Some of the ones it applies to. They want to man up in some another male's face. And there are numbers of American black males that know they're not going to do that. They're not going to back down. They're not going to sit there and let numbers of American black women insult them like that. And then you have some numbers of American black women saying, "Oh, you should never put your hands on a woman." You see that game, that disgusting tactic, but they don't want to tell daughters or nieces or their other black women friends, the sisterhood, "Hey, we should never put our hands on a man as well." You said they go. And numbers of American black males, beside the ones that sell out and gullible ones who don't get it, but more and more, not enough American black males are getting tired of this shit, getting tired of this. And so when they go fly off different places and do whatever they doing and stuff like that, you had numbers of American black women get mad at them, calling them broke and dusty. But at the same time, they don't want to sit there and deal with regular average men overall in America. So they trying to play both sides of the fences, right? They're trying to play both sides of the fences. And they've been doing this for the last several decades. And those American black males are getting tired of this shit. And look, a couple of more times, play this again in the perspective. Now, remember, I want you to look at it as again. Look at this as again. Where were the numbers of American black sisters overall? You know, give me that shit about some fear of mine. Go to hell with that game plan. The way that it was portrayed with the sisterhood and however numbers of American black women that were jumping on board with the non uh, foundational black American woman, right? That they were saying most likely she's from Somalia or maybe another African country, but most likely they was talking about she's from Somalia on that, right? And whomever the guy that hit her on side of her head was some other non-American black male, right? But again, and they was and another sisterhood was saying, well, you know, the black man, they gonna act like some black man who did that, right? But there's no videos again that's being showed by the people all around her, showing it was some American black male that popped on the side of the head. And then you have some people that were around that also was saying that she is a troublemaker in her own community, right? In her own community. Now, with American Black sisters, there's one don't even know she even said that. There's ones who've heard that and they still lost. That tells you the disturbing mindset of a certain amount of American Black women's mindset, right? There, however, personnel that was saying that she is a problem herself. This non-foundational black skin, non-foundational Black American woman from Somalia. They saying some people were saying that she was a problem in our own communities, which has nothing to do with American blacks, right? But at the same time, you have numbers of American black women defending this, what can be construed as delusionary woman. Some personnel would call her neurotic, right? Psychological neurotic on that. Pathological liar, a pseudo pathological liar, right? And this becomes the laughing stock of certain types of American black going towards certain types of American black women. You didn't even hear barely a peep, and still haven't heard barely a peep at this particular moment on September the 7th, 2023. You barely have heard any kind of peep out of no non-foundational black American uh, Somali women, Somali males, numbers of certain types of numbers of African males and females. Haven't heard barely a peep out of them. You haven't heard anything basically out of that. It's like, man, some of them, they're like, man, we ain't got anything to do with that, right? That's on that particular Somali woman. You haven't heard a lot of the Somalian personnel, how people haven't said anything about on social media. Some gigantic amount of Somalian personnel sitting there saying something about this. They've been quiet. So the most vocal, delusionary personnel who's been defending this non-foundational Black America, this non-FBA black skinned woman out of Somalia, the loudest person who's been talking about this has been American black women defending this what can be construed as a pathological liar, right? Or pseudo pathological liar, right? And one of the first things they keep saying is, well, she shouldn't be hit by a brick, even though again some other personnel have come out and said that, hey, wait a minute, what are you talking about? That she was also getting into it with another woman, which I mean another African woman, most likely. But a lot of stuff is not even talked about like that. So let me. But again, numbers of American black women are like, "Ugh, she shouldn't be hit with a bowling ball." And again, they negating. I'm gonna show that video about the non foundation, the non FBA woman again on this too. On that, before I go ahead and finish up the show. But I just want to show the hypocrisy of this, right? That like in this video, again, this American black woman is in the face of American black males. Okay, they arguing, whatever, disagreeing, however. She's in his face, man up in his face, right? She buck up. You see her pushing him first. She pops him in the face, the side of his head with a bowling ball. That bowling ball, that is a weapon to this man's side of his head. A heavy bowling ball. That would be almost, this is same volume or more than a brick on side of the head. And she just sit there, and this American black woman hit this black American black man on side of his head with a bowling ball. In the video, you see it. And where's the American black women on this? Saying, oh, he didn't deserve that. No matter what, he didn't deserve that. I'm talking about collectively. So I'm not playing that bullshit. I mean, playing that some very few amount of American black women said something about this. We're talking about collectively on the same avenue as numbers of sisterhood American black women, the ones it applies to, that's been jumping all up and down various type of social media, jumping on up and down about defending a non-FBA Somali woman who can care less about American black women. You see how you see the mess up part of that? They not saying nothing about this, but this black male getting popped on the side of his head by a heavy bowling ball. Right? This violent American black woman did this to this American black male. Where's all the sisterhood at on this? To say, oh, he didn't deserve that. Nope. But they jumping up and down, the ones this applies to, of some non-FBA Somalian woman, right, who within her own community is saying that she's a problem. And then she all talks bad about black women. So let me go ahead and show you this. Let me go ahead and show you that part on that. So let me go ahead and show that part on that. It is so darn ridiculous to see this kind of stuff, and the embarrassment that some other coaches and other people have seen some American black women jumping on this bandwagon with a non FBA person who can't even stand American black women. That tells you quite a lot on that. On that one, then give me 1 second here. 1 second here.
So, but I'm really talking to like cis women because like it's giving y'all real jealous. Like y'all real jealous because they can, will, and have pulled your ninja. All the trans girls ever did was teach y'all how to wear makeup because yes, the makeup you wear today is trans makeup. They teach y'all how to do y'all hair. They got y'all hair together. And like, what do y'all think those BBL bodies are? Because the legs, hips, and body, y'all got that from the trans girls. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not talking about a girl with a big ass, because, shout out to Somalia, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Africa.
She just insulted the living snap out of none of the American black women. You heard her fix her mouth, this non FBA woman. This insulted American black women, the ones, and also the ones that jumping on board defending this non FBA woman, Somalian woman, about some brick to the side of her face that had nothing to do with American black males. Let's play it one last time.
So, but, I'm really talking to like cis women because like it's giving y'all real jealous. Like y'all real jealous because they can, will, and have pulled your ninja. All the trans girls ever did was teach y'all how to wear makeup because yes, the makeup you wear today is trans makeup. They teach y'all how to do y'all hair. They got y'all hair together. And like, what do y'all think those BBL bodies are? Because the legs, hips, and body, y'all got that from the trans girls. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not talking about a girl with a big ass because, shout out to Somalia, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Africa.
Shout out to Nigeria. Shout out to Somalia. Shout out to the African diaspora. Well, she's not talking American black women. She just sit there and insulted and made a joke toward American black women, saying that trans women have basically helped black women put makeup on and get their bodies. What? But at the same time, you got numbers of American black women jumping on board again, what can be construed by some looking at this non-FBA as a neurotic person, psychologically neurotic woman who seeks to have some kind of clout as best as possible. And then it was relayed that she has tens of thousands of dollars has been donated on some type of GoFundMe page. Wow. And then it was reported a couple of years ago, something similar came up where again, thousands of dollars again on another GoFundMe page. The numbers of American black women are being laughed at as some of the most laughing stock ever in this country. And this is what I have to say again, unfortunately, the American black culture overall has half a generation to one generation left before the overall complete destruction of the American black culture. Mm, mm, mm. It's going to happen. The American black culture overall will be overall within half a generation, one generation, will overall be uh, collectively overall be dismantled within the system of supremacy with very few amount of American black cultural survivors because too many different problems, too many internal problems. Black relationships are becoming doomed more and more. I would estimate at least up to 80-85% of black relationships are turmoiled. I would say 80-85% of black relationships are turmoiled on that. So again, half a generation, one generation left before the overall complete destruction of the American black culture. I could play this one last time this video.
So, but I'm really talking to like cis women because like it's giving y'all real jealous. Like y'all real jealous because they can, will, and have pulled your ninja. All the trans girls ever did was teach y'all how to wear makeup because yes, the makeup you wear today is trans makeup. They teach y'all how to do your hair. They got y'all hair together. And like, what do y'all think those BBL bodies are? Because the legs, hips, and body, y'all got that from the trans girls. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm not talking about a girl with a big ass, because, shout out to Somalia, shout out to Nigeria, shout out to Africa.
And you see this demonic, nonsensical aura about her, who can be construed. And you see this, you hear this masculine deep voice. You hear in her voice masculine, nothing feminine about that. Nothing is feminine about that. And she's sitting there telling that basically she's for, a term lifestyle category, which is fine. But on the other end, then she was expecting black males to be the saviors after she got hit on the side of the head by a non-American black man. And then you saw she just sit there and just insulted American black women overall, right? Saying trans have basically taught cisgender women, talking about basically American black women, that American black women didn't know how to do a damn thing to their hair. They didn't know how to take care of their bodies. That came from trans. What an insult! When you got numbers of black trans, American black women trans that also getting racism by certain ones within the Padang based culture. What's a different topic? What an insult. So let me play one last video relating to this, what can be construed as very neurotic type of FBA woman that is happened to be this particular Somalian woman on this, right? Um, oh, Wrong one. Oh, that's a whole different. Oh, that was a whole different topic in itself. The unfortunately certain numbers of American black women buying into is white feminism as well, but that's a different show, a different topic in itself. Trying to find that one last video about this per se brick FBA woman that's supposed to be hit on the head by this black male, which wasn't a black male. It would have been somebody from a person maybe from Africa or maybe somebody from the Caribbean, black non FBA, but they blame black males on that. What a freaking insult on that. One second here. Where'd it go? It's one last video here. One last video. Been victim bad act in the video.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Look
I
at the
never
ridiculous
did
nonsense.
anything in my life to hurt anybody.
But she slapped this guy, bid it was a skid or not.
No,
It
this
still was
man
a
just
slap.
hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just run, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah, this man hit me, fucking grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my fucking face, and I would have given him my number. And all y'all just fucking watch. You don't see that shit? You don't see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man.
script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. And I'm telling you, it's going to get you everything you want every time. It never fails. This is a skill that you need to master. You need to learn how to flip the script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. You need to learn how to flip the script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. You need to learn how to flip the script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever. Get me out of Jamaica because he said they don't eat. And his lady don't respect him if you want him to eat. Ziggy Marley, that's why you paddling alone, paddling alone, paddling alone. Because you're not eating.
Let's play this video one last time before I read some comments about this. In his face again, pushes him, assaults him, hits him on top of the head, side of the head with the bowling ball. Could have killed him, put a concussion on side of his head, side of his head. And actually, when he actually kind of came to, that he had some blood on his, right by his eyes, where he fell straight down, right? And you see, she bowled one last lane, she bowled, and then walked right past this guy. And however black males that was around, however black women's around, no one did nothing. Now again, those are sorry particular black males who did do nothing. There was some sorry black women that didn't step in as well. Say, hey, sister, don't do that. Now change the dynamic. Now change the dynamic on that. And if that black male was about to hit that black woman the bowling ball, you best believe numbers of black males would have jumped up. And you see how that goes, right? And supremacists know this, and they're doing this. Because they know that's exactly what would happen. They know exactly what happened. And look at her. And you see she put her this violent American black woman, you see her put her hands on this guy's neck. Not the other way around. See, and again, the sisterhood, they made sure not to really talk about this. But a non-FBA woman talks about how some black males didn't help a non-FBA woman that got hit by a brick by someone within her culture or some other culture that has nothing to do with black American males. And then there was some other, you see some black skinned males around in the video that she was saying that she got hit by a brick and black males didn't come to her rescue, but there were males around that had accents that were obviously not FBA males, but at the same time, but she didn't sit there and go off on them saying, "Oh man, whatever culture that she's from, or those guys who she might think culture they're from." She didn't go off on them. She said talking about blacks, like black Americans, and the males around in that immediate vicinity that she was talking to weren't even black males. What an insult. But at the same time, the same, what can be construed again as a neurotic, uh, uh, pathological liar. I'm talking about what it can be construed as. Some people will say this on that, a psychological, pathological liar, right? That's so much and to try to get some kind of clout by whatever direction she can. And then this is a second GoFundMe page that she started within the last couple of years or so. And numbers of American black women don't see that they're being scammed and messed over and being used. So the last thing I want to show you or talk about is, oh, right quick. Bam. See that ball? She hit him hard. He fell down like a sack of potatoes. And where's the sisterhood saying he did not deserve that? Where's our sisterhood saying that? Could you imagine if that would have been an American black male that did that? This is very obvious that there is some sickness going on in the mentality toward numbers of American black women. This that applies to. This is some sick stuff on that. This is sick. Bam, hit right in his head. Wow, knocked him down. So I'm just gonna read something here. Read some comments before I go ahead and finish up the show on this. Because again, my question is, where's all the sisterhood at on this? About talking about how this black American black male didn't deserve getting hit side of the head with the bowling ball. Bam. But at the same time, they jumping on American blacks where for something that had nothing to do with a non-FBA woman that can't stand American black women that got hit on the side of her head, per se, supposedly got hit on the side of her head by a brick. But again, be it she did, be it she didn't. If she did, where's the video that's showing American black male that did that? So the whole point, because it's not again American black male that did that. If it is a video, that's going to be shown on that. If it's not, then that tells you again the messed up part of that messed up non-FBA woman, right? On that. But she played it brilliantly. No, she did. She just played it scammily because she got more American black women jumping on board than the non FBA woman having her own culture to jump to her rescue. So let me read something relating to this violent American black woman that none of the American black women didn't say anything about. But at the same time, they got a thorn in their ass about thinking that black male should help this non FBA woman protect her from some guy that hit her with a brick on the side of her head, and black males had nothing to do with that. There was a this. Let me read some. Read some comments before I close this down on this uh, relating to this video. Somebody show manipulation. Are we watching the same video? Somebody was saying, not excusing her using the bowling ball to hit him, but he certainly wasn't moving away from her. Okay. She pushed him away because he was in her face. Then he moved in again while grabbing her hand. So he moved in again, right? So he moved in again. Let's see if he's going to move. Okay. So sh- she pushed him away because he was in her face. Then he moved in again. Wrong. She pushed him and she pulled him in and then hit him with the bowling ball. You see how that goes, right? You see the manipulation tactics on that? She pushes him. None about she pushed him, right? None about she pushed him with the bowling ball at same almost like the same time almost. None about that, right? Blaming the black American black male. And then someone said, I think it's fake. He gets hit on left side of his head, but he got blood on his right eye. But he fell down flat. He fell down flat on looks like maybe his right side face, as if he had any say so when that bowling ball hit him in top of his face, as if he's supposed to just knowing what direction that he's supposed to fall down. And some has nerve say they think it's fake. Wow. Now again, if this had been vice versa, and a black male did this, there'd have been all hell. It'd been all hell talk about. Another comment saying, actually, he was acting aggressive. If you look at the video, let's look at the video. Actually he was acting aggressive. If you look at the video, no aggressiveness there. She's in his face. Okay, she pushes him, but he's aggressive. You see that? You see, we look at the same video, and this is either some American black woman or some woman within predominant culture, somebody else, whoever it is, and there can be some sellout numbers of American black males and gullible males, but that's most likely American black woman who said that shit, right? They said actually he was acting aggressive. If you look at the video, however, her excuse fell apart. Wait a minute, actually he was acting aggressive. If you look at the video, however, her excuse fell apart when he was trying to pull away. Okay, contradiction. So that's why she was at fault. And even when she probably shouldn't use the bowling, but what do you mean shouldn't use the bowling ball? She could have just kicked him between the legs and been done with it. Do you see this shit? I hear the stuff. She could have at least just kicked him in the between the legs and be done with that. So him sitting, both of them sitting each other's face. He's not being aggressive. He's not trying to grab her. He's not slapping her. He's not nothing. She's the aggressive person. You see, he's backing up. Actually, she's going toward him. She punches him, right? She punches him, pulls him, hits him with a bowling ball, knocks him out flat, right? But at the same time, he's the aggressive one, right? So instead of doing that, she should have just this violent American black woman should have just kicked him in the nuts. Then this other person says they were in each other's face. She mugged him to bag off her. So this black American black woman was mugging this other American black male. So she wanted to act like a man up person. And so if he would have treated her like a man up person, then there would have been complaining about. Mm. They were in each other's face. She mugged him to bag off her. He grabs her hand and tries to get back in her face, and that is when she throws a strike. Did she look at? Is he like he's trying to grab her? No. She pushes him, assaults him, and then pulls him back in and sits there and hits this guy again, and or hits him with the bowling ball. He's actually bagged up a little bit. She pushes him in the face, then hits him in the face, side of the head with a bowling ball. And who this fool was saying they were in each other's face. She mugged him to bag up. Do you know how manly that man that sound man something that sounds on that what they think? And he grabs her hand and tries to get back in her face. You see that nonsense? What you just saw? Nowhere in that man. It looks like that he was trying to grab her. He's actually slightly bagging up. She's going toward him. And she pushes him in the face violently, assaults him, and then he pulls him back in and sits there and hits him with a bowling ball. And this person talking about he grabs her hand and tries to get back in her face. Well, I'm telling you, some sickness going on within certain various parts of the American black culture, and especially among certain types of American black women that have this propensity for inhuman hatred of American black males on that, and only wants to use them, wants to benefit for numbers of them. Again, credit given to some of the good ones, but it's dwindling. One couple of quick comments. If this was reversed, there will be massive outrage, horrendous, of course. Disrespecting a black man, you mean disrespecting an American black male, not a sellout black American black male, not a gullible American black male. Disrespecting a black male is just as American as apple pie. Super correct. And they said this person saw this video twice. If the roles were reversed, he would make it to prison. Someone or group of people would have sent him to the afterworld. Two things: that dude did deserve to get clocked like that, and people around him just kind of basically sat. They should have been responsible too on that. So one last time, but American black women, right? One American black males to jump was supposed to jump into that non FBA woman, non FBA Somali woman, and I'll read something that she may have been a PhD student. She might have been, not quite sure. She might have been a PhD student. Don't know how. You see the way she was talking, and then on some videos, you hear her cursing left and right. I'm not talking about, it's a little few words here and there, whatever on that. But the way she came across, and then she came across in a hard way, a very masculine way, and then she was using the N words. This Somalian woman sitting there using N words. Do you see how crazy? There have numbers of African person that use the N word. Don't know why in the hell are they saying? Don't you know themselves? Some of them just use it. That tells you nothing, and tells you about some of them. And there's some numbers of Caribbean personnel, the ones it applies to, they use the N word. Do you see how this crazy this sounds? And then blame some American black males that use it, right? Do you see how some American black males, and then you see more numbers of some numbers of American black women using this word. And you have somebody saying, well, some American black women saying, well, I don't use. I'm not talking about the ones who don't. See, this is a nonsense game. Got to prove to somebody on that. So I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. That was an interesting show in itself. Again, thank you for tuning into the Real CP Show. And by the way, when you got people, especially numbers of American black women, that try to play this game about American black males, don't like, hate American black women, they can't have strong American black women, but at the same time, when you hear about and see numbers of American black women that are dating and marrying other numbers of non-American black males, then the same sisterhood of chaos will say, well, they can't find no American black male on their level. But at the same time, if American black male says that, then the same thing. What the numbers of American black women say? Oh, well, American black males, they can't handle strong American black male. They can't handle strong American black woman and stuff like that. And that's why they got to run off to another country or talk to another woman from a different culture because they can't handle strong American black male, right? I mean, they can't handle strong American black woman, right? At the same time, but when an American black woman talks to another man of another different country or talks to another man in America, then it's their choice, right? But I mean, you see the nonsense of that, and then numbers of American black males who know what I'm talking about will be like, "Oh, so you want to date who you want to date?" But the same during time with American black male dates who he wants to date, right? Regardless of whatever background, that's a problem. And no American black male saying, "Get out of here with that hypocrisy." And I'm not saying no names there. Some well-known, even celebrities who have non-American black males. Some well-known celebrity, are very high. You would say, anyway, celebrity is a very broad word, but there are quite a number of numbers of American black women in very high positions that have non-American black males. I mean, non-American black male relationships, married, etc., kids, etc., right? And you don't hear numbers of American black males saying, "Oh, they couldn't handle a strong American black male. That's why they sit there and did that." But at the same time, with American black male, right, be it celebrity or non-celebrity, if he uh, goes somewhere to another country or in America and dates or marries another one from a different culture, then you got numbers of American black women saying, "Oh, he hates black women." Numbers of American black males ain't tired of this shit. This contradictory hypocrisy. You can American black women, what I'm talking, they can date who they want to date, right? Without somebody telling them you don't like American black males, right? But then when American black male dates another person, different culture, or they sit there and go travel, and if they so decide to get with another one for different culture, as if males that have passports and they travel, that's their number one reason for traveling. What kind of idiotic ass shit is that? How about some American black males that just travel to see different cultures and experience different life? Traveling also opens up your mindset to see different people and different things in their original country and backgrounds without some of them being Americanized. Right, there's some of that are Americanized because the feminism and some other different unfortunate things reached everywhere in different countries, in different places, even parts of Africa, and some parts of the Caribbean, and definitely certain parts of Europe. But I'm saying, in comparison to America, there's no comparison as far as westernized, right? So again, thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP.